This is Jake One again with another Behind the Beat. This one is for Wiz Khalifa's song The Grinder.
Rolling up the grass, living better than them niggas that I used to look up to. I can show you why.
This song basically came together. It was one of those classic, I never was in the studio, I never heard the shit. Typical story of my life production. One of my best friends was Wiz's A&R at Atlantic. So once Wiz got signed, he was, giving him beats of mine, and this happened. I think there was 3 different joints that he rapped to. It was this one, French Inhale, and another one that he was going to use on the last album that they just didn't want to pay to clear the sample on, which was a Mayor Hawthorne sample, and that shit was dope. But maybe you guys will hear that. Probably won't. So I made the beat, I think in 2009, and it was just, a beat I had on my computer like hundreds of others that, was kind of sitting there. Only person that also rapped to it was Brother Ali. We cut that for his album. Just wasn't really, as good as the other shit, so he never used it. I think Sadiq might have played it on his radio show one time, so if anybody has that, it's probably a fucking serious collector's item. My boy that was his A&R, told me, Wiz has one over your beat that's really dope, and he wants to use it on his mixtape. And I was totally with it because Cushion Orange Juice, I just loved the way that shit sounded. That was great mixtape. So, I was definitely excited to work with him. I actually met him South by Southwest 2010. He went on before me and Freeway, and I honestly had never heard a dude. I've heard his name, but I never heard his music. And I walked in the club, I was like, damn, this shit is popping. I'm thinking, these people are all here to see us, and there was a lot of kids. And I was like, I don't know, this seems kind of strange. And then he went on, and the fucking girls were like crying in the front row and shit. But that's where I was kind of like, whoa, all right, he has something. And then when I started hearing his music, I was like, man, he has like 90s West Coast shit without the gangster in it. But it had that same kind of cool feel, which it just was my kind of music. So fast forward, he gets signed by my friend, and he cut a couple records instead of being one of them. So the joint came out, and people seem to like it a lot. And it's funny because it made me revisit the beat. And even while I was thinking when I did the beat, a lot of times that'll happen where I'll make something just kind of randomly, and then people don't react to it initially, and then it'll come out, and then I see the way people are like, damn, you need to, man, how'd you do those drums? And I had to go try to figure it out myself because I wasn't sure. This beat kind of inspired some of the other ones I did after Grinder came out. I was like, I'm bringing those drums back in a different way, and I do that shit all the time. And the drums, more importantly, the reason why I'm doing this video is to let you guys know these drums are available on Snare Jordan 2, which is available on www.snarejordan.com. I did pretty much this whole beat on the ASR 10. Really the main part of the beat was the drums. So I'll show you how I did the drums. The drums are on Snare Jordan Volume 2, all the individual pieces are all on Snare Jordan 2. So that's kind of the first little, couple bars. So yeah, that's kind of the basic idea. It might not be exactly the way it was, but shit's close. That's kind of what I was thinking. And then I got these toms. 4 different toms, right? And I kind of put those in where the gaps were, and it kind of gives it like this different kind of feel. I think is really dope. These toms are as well. They're on Snare Jordan 2. So it's like, basically creating my own breakbeats, instead of just looping up a breakbeat. I like creating my own shit. So the next part I did was I played these Rhodes actually with a plug-in, and then I sampled them into the ASR. So yeah, I played these with, the native instrument electric piano, whatever it was called at that time. I did this beat I think in 2010 or 9, so it doesn't even pull up on my computer anymore, so that's kind of the problem with plugins sometimes. But I actually did sample it back in here, so I pretty much have that part of it. So we got the drums and the Rhodes. It's kind of like, you know, the fundamental part of the beat, the regular foundation.
Did you like play the Rhodes to fit the beat, or you like had it on a separate thing?
Nah, actually, I think, you know, I actually played the Rhodes. It's so long ago, I don't remember what I was thinking, but yeah, I don't know why I played it like that.
You just took it from a session, bro?
Nah, that's some shit. It's just randomly some shit I played.
No, I mean you took it randomly from one of your sessions or something, or?
No, I actually played it for the specific beat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I came up with a bass line. You can hear the chops, you know. But it's like a real bass that I kind of pitched around and I chopped it up. That's really like the beat right there. I couldn't even figure out where I put the session on this. All I have was kind of just the root of the beat. There's other stuff that is in the beat that I added. And this is another one that I played keys on, man. I'm like proud of myself for that, you know, like shit's kind of good. This is just off the instrumental. There's a part I just heard that I didn't show you guys. So that little percussion thing I put in there too. So this little cymbal thing kind of, it just makes it feel more real, you know, like ties the loose ends together of the chops. So that's another little part of the beat. The stuff because I don't have the session, I can't show you, is this intro. I basically just hit this sound and put a little horn in there that kind of sound, you know, like kind of a little intro part. And the synth was actually off of it's a synth we don't have down here, but it's a SH-1000. It's like an old Roland synth from like the early 70s. It's real temperamental. So all the keyboard sounds, you know, little synth stuff is off of there. So you'll hear the... That little lead part, that is off the SH-1000 too, and I just played that live in a Pro Tools. So, and it's, you know, pretty simple, it's straightforward. I mean, how many instruments we got here? One. So there's 4 main sounds with and then the horns and the synth. That's only 6 sounds, so it's like that's kind of my thing. I try to make the most, you know, the smallest amount of sounds go together and be sounding the right shit. Like I'm not really into doing beats with like 100 tracks. It's just not my thing. I try to find the right 5 or 6 sounds that all go together, and I definitely did it with this one.